The community team of Hilt Goldfields Limited has emerged as the Zone 1 champion of the 2026 Intermines First Aid and Safety Competition, organized by the Ghana Chamber of Mines and the Minerals Commission. The competition was hosted by Goldfields Ghana in Takwa. Goldfields, they are two or more than yeah, license in the organization. Competition goes against Anglo Gold, Ashanti, Iduaprim, Asante Gold, Ghana Manganese Company, and Goldfields Ghana. Team. He delivered an exceptional performance, earning an impressive score of 98% to secure the top. Oh, wow.
It's when you win a safety award in the mining, safety related competition in the mining industry. You are upholding the best safety standards. Yeah. And that is the foundation of mining. Workers home mine, so safety to them is more a culture than even a requirement. And I was here born my basso. I've never doubted Mr. ASANI when he says Patrick Mensah will do wonders in the mining industry. And the young man continued to impress all of us.
All 90 years experience, and I'm even more.
Even 25 years. For them.
Mr. Patrick Mensah will be a bonabasso or in the HIF team, you know.
Now, Minia, my main kind idea to away.
Okay.
I GAIF 2026.
All right.
Ghana Australia Investment Forum. Connect, invest, and prosper. The Ghana Australia Multicultural Trade and Investment Forum 2026. Ebebaso 13th to 14th October 2026. Free 8:30 October is 5 p.m. Na be porting no Park Royal Parramatta 30 Philip St. St. Parramatta. We mudi endanje. Na trade investment partnership and prosperity. Nkrofo omobe ginemu editing team a special guest no Honorable James Chechikwesen, Deputy Minister Foreign Affairs. And the Otwaso Honorable John Dumelo, Deputy Minister Food and Agriculture. And Her Excellency Doris Ajo Denyo Brese, and also Ghana High Commissioner to Australia. And Yenuaba Mame Efua Wajeto. I love this name. Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Tourism Authority. Now, almost say attract investment. That's the thematic areas. Create prosperity, build partnership, and expand trade and drive innovation. Into Yura Kelly Thompson, is your monaso den. We anka mama me visa bia anka msumakole na mo enti Honorable Jechikwesen, Honorable John Dumelo, Her Excellency Ajo Denyo Brese ena maame efua Wajeto ena ombedi mutintimampa enti New Zealand and Australian branch of the NDC. My idea. Menua yesi di also ntakrache no obia ani esan ana de otan no so osua osa na wachia no na ekoba gold board and activities awura media mfe edi enim and the brouhaha from the minority against that entity. It can only take obia sabe nadwene okay men can say nadwene wofo but obia oyoma onyo manbapa and obe criticize, but I'm not surprised. They said my comrade Kabori Kaya. So working Kaya bako sema ube jia tumpa se Africa ebra ye bring na fi UP tradition.
Ebra ye bring na
ebra Africa bredi ye komu nyina
anya Ghana nko.
Debi. Na Ghana they say it's just a drop. It was the conduit for African unity, right? Enti omo eskime ye omo pama nkroma no enema African unity no anka me no me kropo amatwamu manam 50 no anka me ba beto say Africa was united nti anka ne it might have been difficult for me to even think, say, some time ago, Africa was divided. And can back was the back catch me. And can the year who and nay Africa, ye bray mineral resources, natural resources in Abrofu area, and can abafum. Okay, one military command, you one social security, you one central bank, you will be a teachers as union, you will a trade union, and can be a bakum. And you could have imagined the can you be fully as a continent. Na yedi aboy hombra, and can say a kobanisa, and can Africa has that power to even impose sanction on the United States of America. But because of Nkrumah Pamna one Mabimno, the Africa unity that we wanted so badly, which was very close to call UP4, and the way they criticize Kwame Nkrumah, no more bonny or more, see what they to four, first no more two grenade and a bomb. See, idea, and no more jai into a beer nona, you pat them on the back, say this time no more two grenade. They used to throw grenade down, for more cool Ghana's Asisuhano. If you are reading the history, you will be surprised. But we don't talk about those history. Until ama mabuno omu nim say UP traditional ye MPP nenu boni omodi wagana mojo mo hwegu wagana asase no bibia ne ho a wo beye aye papa ombeka say eye. But you see here ba gold board so and the issue of because maybe na mtese na wo kam efa uradanka William
yeah.
I'm surprised about the fact say we appear to be looking at this subject as if say a new. Mekropo or the betu Ghana na said ye ninchechim no me can sama me reduce pa nti na madwem krempo say a settings be because ade no e wo hodada na e bi a waken kan na won say Samija fi and go board no every Dick, Tom and Harry wants to have access to Samija fi.
Okay.
Nti obi wo ho de bi ba betum putupru na se bia ye ni amaye ho so anka aka ye ho se ade na ho dada nya enye news a na che se akwete se ya beka saa de bia go boss yo yenko che ulman na o abeti ye ni dabi 2018 na sa issue of gold value recorded outside the country Ghana.
Yeah.
More than what is recorded here in Ghana 2018. And it said Dr. Belmia Bekike Musa, I'll say from 20, in fact, I watch and no publication about out. And now Ombeka said from 2018 to 2016, now Ghana you lose about $6 billion in terms of gold smuggling. And no na ban na was smuggle gold no. The NDC administration. Na no and na smuggle gold no. But omo ebe babiem in 2024 and even 2020 no, what did they do? Papa na tran achire wo hu no mekoso news buy after the departure from the seat. Na the ekoso nyina wo sua ni nyina analyze ni nyina me ba me we me nti omo buy omo implementing no man anye difficult. If you remember the first People's Manifesto, I will call around just to listen to the people and make sure say it is what the people want that they will put in their manifesto and come to implement it. No, small scale miners, I can say, Ulma, go to the carbon train, smuggler no, I know shit. And I also a man in Faso yano, ye nyanti anka. So bet to me, and it is said your my cocoa board na okay. And based on the omo kan ye no aban so at the time omo born to ano ehu say sabi nyansa wo and omo buy and omo say why not we implement this and omo to din gold board and omo share no manyina and omo de sabi we dem sram kan sabi akola kiti ekoto ano na abrantie dwuma wadi ewo mamu ha no he's an envy of everybody. There was a time I can say Sanka de beto bulletproof car e de ama OSP no yem fan to bulletproof car e masa mejenfi because still I stand by it. It's very, very critical. I can tell from the things that people are saying and the things that people are doing. Say his haters are the big guns in the system, those who used to run the show. But some publication buy ana Ura Mahama any NDC opposition or more empty any trasa. So if in our tenure of office, say now about 6 billion a year lose now you're in IMF year pesca kitinkitia, then we must do something about it. And I'm pampa or modi gold board a buy or machine pepe in normal air costume. Mean Trahan can say gold board is silly all the loopholes are and mass smuggling but the path on which they are, I can confidently sit here and say probably about 80% has been sealed in terms of gold smuggling. And me, I am not surprised, even as a layman, I'm not surprised about the figures. YMBC, I will say, gold board so-called a car, up in your much say gold board abono. Let us assume without admitting. Has it affected Ghana in a negative way? Has it affected our currency in a negative way? Has it affected the economy in a negative way, coupled with the international shocks? This is the first time we are seeing proper international shocks when we talk about America, Israel against Iran. And Iran also firing their neighbors. United Arab Emirates, as brothers, Emma, launching attack from their area. Some of their oil fields are also being bombed. Strait of Hormuz have been closed. And I have predicted that as long as Trump is still the president of the United States of America, and I said the antagonism between Iran and US in terms of opening the Strait of Hormuz. But upon all this, look at the economy. Look at the stability of the currency and everything. The indicators from Bank of Ghana, inflation, everything is so normal. To a point, say, who be so almost say, Entina, is it something sana NPP woman to me ana? But let's just put it this way: the gold, so-called what was going outside in terms of records, was more than what was recorded in Ghana. No, under NPP, no, it escalated astronomically.
2018.
2018, so. Right. Intime time rather than Kaoli and the two Janam. So I dear cross I cheddar the Duana wa can and Charlie Bibina or the Betuja. Now after no more ye did the same than Naibro.
Yeah.
Made a document in a
yeah.
Attorney General, what are you waiting for? Say settings ni binu. Omudi can babonte be can say. A ban way chichim crofwa. Omoya critical on them. Omo annual they can speak against the abano. Onim a dear sabi ituaneto. Enti ma onka say a kobasa ne yoko 2 and safra no. Because I say a kai. Yeah, you criticize the abana omo chichi. Exactly. Nti ninjina no settings, right? But fact of the matter sanka samidia fi or say meme assumption no. I am only perceiving. So I see what crofua Omo nocturnal, me can anajo your friend say anajo kronkron enkomodie enkrofo omo ye dede no sesa me je mfisi obeka nkrofo omo pese omba be hu no and omo mko go board office o they will want to meet him wokokuamu anajo because the hon ye
omo ko obi abe hu
omo na no nkrofo omo ko ha ye hu omo ebi mo ko lawyer bi come on. What about I say, no company kakrawa. You understand? And I branch you so and name party ni muno or those who could do one and sembia. Ya tin sabo. Oh yeah, and yes, you for say massa. My menya no man pepe. Now one kasa no dem no kwa radio so. No waka ABCD against me. Inti dia wo buy ya wo behwehwe no. Me make sure say me mouth the right information. Okay? Inti sami jamfi no your obia. Ene na pamfo. Because for a war gold board, I also support no money yet the oye. I buy the president support him to do what he's doing. Gold board has come to stay. And they couldn't arrange the so-called gold for oil, gold for reserve. Gold for reserve, I can say a idea a water that me boy.
Yeah.
Now, Sanke ni hoda that and combine to say reserve 8.4.
To reserve
8.4, whatever it is. Into a idea hoda that. It was only for us here, Beshe Mukina. And in sharing Mukina, or what they sought to do was to ensure, say, to benefit them.
Yeah.
For a whole foreigner to come and say, your president mene no dwa ye di gold ono yesika podio eno class that scandal also obesiu aja zero obesiu ho ane no mano eno nyina kosi sen. They were the kingpins within the gold smuggling, and I have consistently been asking, so why is it that this government has not probed into the issue of gold catchers? No, the gold catchers that they want to buy was supposed to be used to mine the gold in a responsible manner. So the buyer sign other metals no elichim consume assassin. Now you got to buy with the taxpayers' money. You be saying, what has been the accountability regarding the gold catchers? How much they buy? You understand? No mining gold no for your family and for yourselves. And that is why I will never, for 1 minute or 1 second, say that the Ajapadia document was a fake one. It was a cogent, planned, for instance, roadmap. As we speak, I can perceive strongly. Say, Nanado no busia de, na omona nankanso amodie, say, nyabeka obibiem de, lie. Because sa private jet no more high call up and up. Yeah. Say a dear no the woman here, you cannot muntie. The probability I perceive. Say a be a good no more they call in innate raw form. No more the currency you could G bond loan basis here. Harabasana the ASANI system no. Possibility said they were just loading cash outside the country was very, very high. Right? And as we speak, a bambia ba or no what commitment to the people of this country, a banner but to serve the people. And now one kofa obia wabokokra, wakofa obia or ye young guy, none of MPP in their whole history, none of anybody called MPP member has performed or has that intelligence that Sami Jefi has. And running at the age. Yes, at his age. And running a show. None, even the NDC cannot boast of that until this administration. And the young distant. And the youth are bracing themselves up to ensure say, they will live up to emulate Sami Jefi's intelligence and also do the things that he does. Right? And the NPP is so bitter. And I'm not surprised, but I'm angry. So Sami used the word
bitter friend. No.
But friend, don't. Appenyo is not your friend. Don't say he's a bitter friend. Say,
political space in Tinebia is trying to be a diplomat.
Well, but Appenyo cannot be a friend. The man, he should not be anybody who is. So pepper you adamfo on penisa. Yeah. Anything I make say. Buga. Share the omo legal vacation. Yeah. Sanka omo time and this ni bi wasem and that's what call legal vacation but anka dia mo be na ada who the omo boy jatu question and ura to force to the point said this former attorney general has the guts to be roaming around talking about legal vacation when it is alleged, not even alleged. Jakpa told us, say you coached him to go and denounce a friend over at Force. Now can you find him too? Now what the answer to free? Jakpa, we thank you for what you did. You served the nation and can brand you on this and can be by now.
For finance. Yes.
You understand? Then we come to Ato Force. Yeah. These young guys. The NPP in their whole life from Dankwamu, Buzi, Amwa, they have never been able to produce anybody who are comparable to the guys in the NDC of today. Governor, Bank of Ghana. These
are fine brains.
What are the indicators? The monetary space management and the Oba to force the fiscal space management.
I know an American article 183 no. As the mandate of the Bank of Ghana to make sure some stability.
Exactly.
Currency stability. What they are saying. And then what are we seeing?
And to leave them to rant. You see, just as we see now, say Kumasi the youth are now coming up to understand. Say, oh, said the na mano catch say, oh, Rollins a chair, mano to hold bomb the MPP the chair from mano. And the Kumasi youth, Ashanti youth, they say we don't know that. What we know is that expressway no yeguso. What we know is that interchange here. What we know is that the inner roads are under construction. What we know is that the hospitals and the market are being revitalized. And he say, oh, nam na to yonkra. Yebetu adi wachi. Many of my friends here.
Okay, yanku enim kakra ne shade. Mam data ne yanko 90.5 FM suniye. pampa so and waso gu awutie me ba chobra Facebook yetumira ne achiresie na ne atiane se MPP bedi ade under Kufuado the year 2018 and told you say Ghana before MPP buy no near say gold nka dodo na call Switzerland Ghana gold no nka dodo na call Switzerland but MPP buy 2017 2018 2 years no kabari utie o hwe data na ewo screen so a asari dia so ba Ghana buying record is the year 2018 under Kufuado TME the year 2018 under Kufuado no ye record a book sumo ha say gold fee Ghana shares wa ko UAE no what they call dollar term na $2 billion according to Ghana books. And I told us UAE for that mobwa go the fee Ghana by UAE United Arab Emirates in 2018 no $7 billion in 2018 $7 billion et Ghana buying under Kufuado in 2018 a reporté $2 billion but UAE authorities no there be $7 billion etine bisa say $5 billion discrepancy no the pacho eno no emu chechemu no wanfa asane so
ene kabori wo bechirem
kabori ebi abuba no ministry wonu bibi da ho eti 2018 kwa no Ghana lusu $5 billion to gold smuggling under Kufuado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia etina asani bisa say sa private jet na Nkrofo titim ya rented ya mo unua wafa so tontos okoto jeno se ne yire Rebecca Sumano nobody knows eti 2018 kwa no Ghana lusu $5 billion to again gold smuggling. My next page in the area and the crowd will shock you. Party here sika movement you know Sabi Gabra party here sika movement you know na me bisa say would to me gold na no mutuo no why no mutoma no we a big question why no mutoma no okay yanko enim na hwade Maria okay so yamra the wider contest and ongoing impact no long-term losses asan wo was this pattern extended past 2018 2018 and so etwamu so with IMF data it shows say Ghana elusu $11.4 billion to gold smuggling between 2019 and 2024 between 2019 after say lusu $5 billion no in 2018 alone between 2019 and in 2024 Ghana lost $11.4 billion to a gold smuggling under MPP under Akufo-Addo and the Bawumia administration. Some Nkrofo we na say nei yento nyumunya den what's that the policy backfires. Okay, a 3% withholding tax on artisanal gold introduced in 2019 caused former declarations to collapse and smuggling to spike, leading to the government to eventually scrap the tax.
Oh, body artisanal miners no, and nobody 3% be pure moso. And I'm for see a deba, and I see a baby declare what the 3% are paying. And when you don't come boom, and almost started the smuggling and spiking it up, which means going forward, yeah, $11.4 billion small.
Yeah. We are talking about $5 billion in 2018 alone. Between 19 and 24, $11.4 billion. Now, that time, you know, what the Ghana question IMS as in few years, $3 billion.
Na normal I should say
16 billion
16 billion 16.4 billion Echo. Come on, theatre playing Uya, only changing Baba.
Working Nemos is working very hard. We've seized excavators, we've seized champagne machines, you know, and you drive them out of this area, they run to this other area. But we're making progress. Of the almost 49 forest reserves that were invaded, we've been able to clear as many of them as possible of illegal miners. Before, what we did was when we clear, we hand over to the Forestry Services Commission. But they don't fear the Forest Service. They go and drive the forest guards out and they go back into the mine. And so now we put a military detachment. After we clear the forest reserve, we leave a military detachment there. And that means we have to spend more money. One, you must feed the soldiers. You must provide them with the logistics to continue to stay there in the forest. But we will not give up. We'll continue the fight against illegal mining. But Upper East has a good potential, and mining can create jobs. But we need to make sure that these are formalized mines so that they can employ our young people to operate. A few years ago, Cardinal Mine opened in this area, and you should already see the number of people who are working in that particular mine. In Upper West, they have the Black Volta mine development coming up. There are several other areas that we can see the potential for proper mining so that they can produce more jobs for our young people. But our target is to formalize the mining activity so that we have a greater control over it than the current scattered illegal mining that takes place. The advantage with the Upper East region is most of the places where the gold is found in rock.
Come on,
Kebaji.
Uwamakaza.
Olmai,
Yeah,
His Excellency John
Maswami.
Kwame Ababio Dramani.